As part of our Safety Month campaign, this week we're focusing on how to know yourself and your equipment.
Exciting, yeah. Safety, yes.
Safety, yes. This week we're running a how-to on how to check yourself and your equipment so we can run an incident-free and safe season. Our 3 steps are a risk assessment, an athlete competency check, and an equipment check. The call to go out in the water or not should be done in collaboration with the coach, the athlete, and the coxswain. You should consider the wind, rain, flow, water traffic, and temperature when deciding whether to go on the water. Consult the safety policies for the guidelines when looking at hot weather, lightning, and visibility. These are super important and non-negotiable.
Knowing the risks of the conditions and incoming weather is the priority. Though this water looks quite flat, there are gusts of wind coming through up to 50 k's an hour that can catch and throw a boat fast. Accomplished rowers can negotiate this weather, but I wouldn't be putting newbies out to scull.
When teaching a group of new rowers, it's really important that you have a competent rower in the boat and not in the cox seat. So you've checked the conditions and everyone's okay to go out on the water. Put your boat on trestles before you go out so you can check all your equipment. Not only is this an important safety check, it also helps save time when you're out in the water.
Number 1 safety check is that you can get out of the boat quickly if you roll. This is ensured by heel straps that are tied down to the boat so the heels don't come above horizontal. You should also have a single handle that when pulled releases all Velcro securing the shoes. Check that your rigger is secured tightly to the boat. This is missed a lot with cam lock riggers and is one of the leading reasons riggers come off when rowing. Next, check your hatch caps are all in the boat and watertight. This is so the boat is buoyant if it flips. For a bow ball to be compliant, it must stay connected to the boat after a firm tug. Bow and stern lights visible to 1 kilometre must be attached to the boat when the judge's tower light is on. Straight or flashing white lights are preferred. One light must be visible from any angle at all times.
Once you've checked that your boat is safe, it's important to go over the rest of the equipment to make sure it's set up for you going out in the water. Inform your athletes so they know what to look for when setting themselves up in the boat.
Number 1 is make sure your seat is in the boat and moves freely. Then work out the placement of the feet, and if you're not sure where they go, simply make sure you can loosen the foot stretcher. Most boats will either have a quick release or nuts to loosen, but there will always be 3 points which need to be adjusted.
It's important when you set up that you set your feet first to make sure your finished position is comfortable, and once that's done, you can then move the slides to accommodate where your seat moves. There's 2 points in here which you can undo, up here and here, and that will move the slide back and forth. It's also important to undo the gate, check that it undoes before going out.
Give your oars a once over, especially if you share equipment. Make sure you grab equal bow side and stroke side oars and that they're geared properly for you. Take your oars down to the water just before taking the boat down and bring them up straight after to minimise tripping hazards.
Coaches need to check their equipment too. For those in tinnies, you need to have a valid boat licence, check your craft is compliant, and know your waterways. For those who are riding alongside your crew, check that your bike is compliant with working brakes, lights, a bell, and wear your helmet. Finally, the most important piece of equipment that you can take out on the water with you is your voice. It's important to communicate with everyone around you. Let your coach know if you get into any trouble at all. And always, it's better to be safe than sorry. Athletes will always prefer to stop or go around you if you're stuck than to hit you and create an incident. We can't reiterate this enough. If in doubt, sing out. Following these steps will keep you safe and give you more productive time on the water. Take care of yourselves and your equipment so together we can keep our rowing community safe.